everybody, before you watch the video, make sure you follow the page, like the video. Hope you enjoy.
The biggest thing I've always struggled with is that as soon as we get ready for the comp or like we're at the place, my heart rate shoots like at like 200 and I'm just sitting there the whole time and I'm like shaking and freaking out.
Stress response,
It was actually only on the weekend that for the first time.
You seem really relaxed there, having fun, doing fun,
And that was actually the first comp that I actually was able to just walk out there, like do the whole, because usually, you know, it's like you do the bow and like come out and like shake the hand of a referee and then and it's that, usually that's like the moment where it's like boom, it's just like I go crazy, like just inside it's almost like I just get eaten alive from the inside. The biggest change that happened for me was one time when that happened, and this was before, like obviously the weekend I really felt like something was completely different. Like I was just calm. You know, so like to me that's a win because I've
100%
improved.
Kind of like you were saying, like with being able to switch off your demons in that way, where it's like you're able to just calm down and use your aggression when you need to, but then not having to like be like crazy about it. Versus for me, it was always like trying to switch off this nervous freak. I was kind of like the person on the opposite side of you, like scared of you. If you were like if we were versing each other, I'd be like the person scared of you, you know, being like, oh well, I'm gonna get got anyway, you know what I mean, like sort of in that sense. So the biggest thing that changed for me a few years ago was where I was actually able to still compete, was I'd get on the mats, and I remember one time I like, you know, heart rate shot up again, I freaked out again. And then I just stepped on the mats for the next match. And then I was like, you know what? This is my body just preparing itself. Or like sort of trying to
acknowledging the experience.
So that just changing my perspective, like you were saying, changed my experience. So then I felt like once I got that, that's where I started like improving with competitions. Because like I always felt like when I was blue, purple, even up to purple belt, it's like I always felt really technical. Like I felt like, because I would just always drill my techniques, go over them over a million times, and it's like doing that so much and then going out and competing and then just not being able to do anything. It's like I felt like I was trapped and I couldn't compete properly. And so being able to sort of switch my mindset and then go like, okay, this is normal. And it's like, again, it's like you said, like just literally having that consistency.
Again, another thing here, that seems very simple, but it's such a big victory, right?
No, but you, like I said before, like you got to go through that whole process of losing and panicking and losing and panicking and then going, oh fuck, what do I do different? Oh shit. And then eventually after a bunch of years you go, I've changed my whole perspective, or it's one little thing that's different, and you start to have different results. I think too, like everybody always has like, you can't be completely well-rounded. Like I'm always going to struggle with, because of how you've developed as a human being, I'm always going to struggle with being too over the top and aggressive and all that. I have to do particular behaviors to find more of a balance. For example, I do certain breathing things now that like that a lot of people think are like weird and stuff, and it's crazy, but that helps me just like regulate my aggression and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It helps me regulate your heartbeat, it helps me regulate my intensity and that arousal you feel, where you get that tingling feeling all over your whole body and you're ready to go and do something aggressive and fight somebody or whatever. You might have to do something the opposite, where you actually amp yourself up, listen to crazy music, sacrifice a goat, whatever, do something crazy and drink some blood, I don't know. But like you have to eat some steaks before you go there, so you feel like powerful and ready to go and do all this stuff. It doesn't matter what the ritual is, but I think like specifically around competition, to find that perfect state for you, you have to create certain rituals that help you find that balance. You're never going to be balanced naturally, but you can do things that help you find that middle ground a little bit more. Like I've done all these stretching exercises that I do when I warm up. Now I do this breathing stuff, and this breathing stuff helps me the most, in my opinion. Like I get focused on what I'm doing. I do my breathing things and do a certain movements with my arms on my body that I feel like is like a ritual, and then I go there and do it. And now it's at a situation where I'm much more in the middle, comfortable, centered, ready to just like react to stuff instead of trying to force everything to happen what I want. So I think that's a really interesting kind of thing you're focusing on. And something different too is like, even the guys that are the most famous, it's not that they don't get scared, it's not that they don't have anxiety, it's just that they act regardless of those emotions. You know what I'm saying? Like they do a good job of, like you're talking about, acknowledging that experience, understanding that it's there, and then still acting irrespective of what's happening emotionally. You know what I mean? I think people that have success in life, in anything, whether it's business or it's whatever, are able to act beyond their emotions. If you're ruled by your emotions, you can't have success in things, because it's too chaotic, it's too unpredictable. You can't. And
you start reducing your world as well. You know what I mean? You get trapped. You know what I mean? So you could be, for example, in your case, I wouldn't compete anymore. You know, as someone that has scared to get a flight, man, I'm not flying anymore. So suddenly your world start getting super small. For sure, you know?
For sure. But I just mean like in general, like that's one component of it. We're talking more like to do with the competitive side, but like, when of course you're going to close off things and be fearful. That's like a fear approach to kind of like feeling uncomfortable, which is probably the most common thing we do. That's what your brain's designed to do. Actually, your brain is designed to tell you, hey, this makes me feel scared, this makes me scared, or this makes me feel bad, don't do that. That's a survival response. You're going to survive, you're going to run and hide. The problem is it's really difficult to advance at using that approach. So you have to, and again, this is what I'm saying, people that are successful in anything have the ability to go, I know this is scary, I know that I feel anxious, but it's just my body preparing for anything that's worrying, scary, fearful, something that could be dangerous for me. All right, I know that that's there, but I'm going to do it anyway. Does that make sense?
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching the video. If you haven't yet already, make sure you subscribe, like, and again, go and check us out on Facebook, on Instagram, like all our platforms. Give us a follow at bjj.101 on Instagram, and go and check out bjj101.com.au to access the full video library.